I think one of the reasons why people are afraid of making mistakes in foreign language learning is the fear that those mistakes, those errors, will become fixed. They will become permanent. That once you get into a habit of making certain mistakes, you'll never be able to change them. They'll always be there. There is actually a technical term for this called fossilization. Um, I want to give you a very quick bit of advice. That will only happen. You will only fossilize your mistakes if you become satisfied with where you're at. Okay. The reason why somebody who's been living in a foreign country, somebody who's been living abroad for 10 years, say, still speaks really, really poorly. The reason why somebody, say, in your country that you've met has been living there for decades and can barely speak a word of your language, or really has a very low level of, or maybe just stuck at sort of an elementary level. The reason why that happens is that they become satisfied with where they're at. They've got enough language to do what they need to do. If if you're learning a language and you're able to get your point across, you're able to communicate, make friends, and do everything you need to do with that language, even though it's grammatically horrible, the pronunciation's horrible, you don't know much vocab. Um, if you're able to do all these things, get these things done, and you're happy with that, that's when fossilization happens. That's when those mistakes become set in stone. The way to counteract this, the way to stop that from happening, is to never be satisfied with where you're at. Um, always be, always be hungering for more improvement. Always be wanting to get better. Never be happy with your current level. I mean, be happy with your accomplishments, but don't be satisfied. Don't be thinking, oh, okay, I feel like I've got this language now, and I can move on to the next one, or I can just stop now. I can stop learning. I'm able to go to the shop and buy a loaf of bread, so that's enough. Um, if you don't want those mistakes to be set in stone, then just continue improving, keep on chasing the language, keep on working hard, and it won't happen. That's my advice for you. So don't be afraid to make mistakes.